Big Suits Edition. Big Suits Edition.
What's going on?
Hey.
What what it do? What it do?
Yes,
There we
yes, man. We're gonna start with this one, man. Tell us your name. Tell us where you from, what you rapping. Let's get cracking.
Yeah, man. For the most part, you know what I'm saying? My name is Donny Cash, the jeweler, aka Who Donny. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm representing Weapon Flex, CEO of Weapon Flex. So, we making a lot of power moves, man. We from the Bronx, tri-state area. You know what I'm saying? We deal with niggas heavy in New Jersey, New York, Connecticut. You know what I'm saying? We try to keep it in the tri-state. But yeah,
That's
for the
dope.
most
That's
part,
dope.
I do jewelry though. What I do is jewelry. You feel me? That's what I'm trying to get this cake bake at. You know what I'm saying? I'm a jeweler, but I'm a rapper for the most part as well, an entertainer and an actor. So I like to move around.
Yeah, it's cool, man. I didn't even know you did the jewelry thing, man. That's why I love these interviews, man. We get to really dive inside that person, that mind, that life. You feel what I mean? So super dope, man. You starting with that, man. We already got to know something about you already. We like jewelry over here at Certified Sweets. You know what I'm saying? And PTMG, we love
Tap
jewelry
in.
over here, man. So yeah, I dig. You feel me? So we're gonna start with the first question. Y'all know how we jump all lit, man. I am your host, Tuck T Certified. This is your host, Sally Sweets, man, Certified Sweets, man, from Chicago, Pittsburgh, all the way down to the Florida area, Atlanta. You know the vibes, you know the label, you know the squad, you know we not playing. Y'all know we here to bring you the best. So we're gonna start with this one, man. Donny Cash. How long have you been a music artist?
Man, I've been doing music since the '90s. You know what I'm saying? So I've been in that scene for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like just watching people for back in the day, storytellers. I like the storytellers, you know what I'm saying? People like Slick Rick, Big Daddy
Hey,
Kane, Special
hey,
Ed, you know what I'm saying? Then we go into
hey,
the
hey.
'90s, we got Nas, people like you know what I'm saying, Biggie, Tupac, you know. Even Craig Mack back in the days was doing his thing. Cannabis was doing his thing, highly underrated. But he was doing, I was listening to a lot of different forms of hip hop music that people could relate to in their life for the most part.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I had a feeling. I was gonna ask you who inspired you to really get music going and where you come from. But I knew you was from New York. I'm from New York. I was like, "Oh
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I can feel it. Can feel your energy, bro."
For the most part, I'll be
You can
real,
hear me?
born and raised huh?
No, you good, you good.
For the most part, born and raised in the Bronx. That's what it is. It's a Bronx thing, man. The Bronx is known for we kicking ciphers on the corners. You know what I'm saying? A group of people, just like probably 20, 30 people in a cipher. Everybody just getting loose. This is what we do as far as the music concerned. And, in the New York area, we strong on that. Everybody feel they the best.
That's fact. That's fact. Yeah, I already know. I already know. That's my favorite place to go perform. I tell you what, it's just in our blood, you know what I mean? I went back, I went to the Bronx, I went to Brooklyn, and I gotta say, I've seen a lot of things you were doing. I was like, oh man, I would have met you at Styles P in
Mm.
December. because I was supposed to be up
Okay.
there with Respect the Grind. But I'm severely pregnant, so I kind of like picked and choose what I was gonna do. So
Okay.
but yeah, I see you rolling with some of my people. I love going back there, and it's different. They surround you in a circle, and I was like, oh, I love it. I'm right at home. So, but yeah, yeah,
Appreciate that.
big ups, big ups. So, where does your name come from? Why do they call you Donny Cash, or did you
I mean,
choose it?
honestly, the name kind of speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? I'm about my money. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here trying to get to it and trying to make millionaires. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I
Yeah,
feel like, especially like I relate to a lot of music that Johnny Cash himself was doing. You know what I'm saying? So it fit right for me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody called me Donnie, so I had to throw the Donnie Cash in there. So, you know what I mean? But for the most part, that's on one other person that I do am musically inspired by is Johnny Cash. You know what I'm saying? Only white boy to do it in big in a prison and throw a concert in the prison. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
you know,
Fact, fact.
I was
I would
inspired
say
by
that
his
it's
story
the
too.
yeah, man. That if I say this, man, like
That's dope. That's so different.
I'm not a Tarzan type of guy. If that makes sense. I'm not a Tarzan. I don't swing
Okay.
for nobody. You feel what I'm saying? But Johnny Cash really set the tone for me. And Elvis as well, but Johnny Cash. I tell her when we first met, we talk about music, and I tell her, I'm like, man, Johnny Cash set the tone, bro. But what you just said about like the performing in prisons, and he was doing stuff that we can't do as artists to get his music out here. He was really putting in the work, grind, and dealing
That
with
part.
life as well. So, with that being said, man, like, could you say you could relate to a lot of, what Johnny Cash went through as far as pushing your music and getting out here and trying to be in places that you think you can't be? Like, what you think?
Yeah, man. For the most part, I feel a struggle. I got similar struggles. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been locked up, been in prison and shit like that. I remember days in the jails in Rikers Island. You know what I'm saying? I used to make music. A lot of the people locked up in my cell block would ask me to be spitting my music on their gate just to get their mind off of
Yeah,
things. Like I had,
yeah,
I got all type of music, things for the ladies, things from relationships.
yeah,
Losing people, struggles,
yeah,
fighting against the courts. I got shit for everything. You know what I'm saying? Relationship problems with your baby mama, going back and forth. So a lot of things I was spitting, a lot of people could relate to. So that kept me motivated, watching me being able to uplift a lot of inmates and shit that I'm locked up with. You know, so when I took it to the street, I never really took music serious because I know a lot of people growing up that is already in the music game and they don't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I never saw it as a source of income. But now, all this internet shit going on, it makes it easy and accessible. So I don't know how a lot of people ain't even working hard enough to get to where they want to go. You know, for me,
yeah.
this is it. There's no other options. This music shit, this entertainment shit, movies, all that. I'm gonna be entertainment all the way. That's why it's Whipping Flex Entertainment. We're not putting ourselves in a box.
Oh, I like that. It has to be bigger than music. In order to push this music, we need multiple streams of revenue. People don't realize how expensive the industry
Hmm.
and music is. But being that we on this topic, man, I wanted to go ahead and ask you. I'm going to ask you the same question for two different things. First, what is your creative process like when it comes to marketing and promoting your music?
Say it again.
What is your creative process like when it comes to marketing and promoting your music? Like, what do you sit down and tell yourself and put together? What's a plan like for Donny Cat?
I mean, for the most part, like when I first started this company, Whipping Flex in 2020, you know what I'm saying? That was like one of my main focuses. How can I get this company acknowledged in the right places? You know what I'm saying? Not just, in the local areas, but in the right places, have the right people watching. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't figure that out for like about a year and a half. So I decided to go back to college and I went to college for marketing. You know what I'm saying? I went and got my
Yeah,
associates, my bachelor's, you know what I'm saying? So after that, I understood the ins and outs of things, and I understand, you need a big presence on the internet, but you also have to build those relationships. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be in the right places. So I took it back to the streets back in the '90s, do this guerrilla marketing, make sure everybody see me, make sure they see
okay.
my team, make sure they see my logo, and I'm there in their faces. If they popping bottles, we in VIP popping bottles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So we moving the
yeah,
same speed as a lot of these celebrities. You know what I'm saying? So this
That's
is
fact.
how we moving,
That's
man.
fact.
We whipping and we flexing, you heard?
yeah, yeah.
That's important. That's super important. I know, I traveled alone for a while in New York. Everyone in New York that I work with or met, whether it's shout out to Hit the Beat, shout out to Respect the Grind, David LRG and the boys, shout
Okay,
out to Drewski, Hot 97, Power 105. Like,
definitely.
the more I go up there and the more I network with people, everyone's got a squad. Like,
Mm,
everyone's got a squad. But, like, I mean, I traveled solo a lot, so, like, they just took me in. Everyone just took me in. And it's just like it's so different, but to cross that marketing mindset and what you do with your music is the smartest thing ever. Like,
yeah,
it's
you
the
know,
smartest
I
thing ever
try to
'cause
incorporate it
people
in
pay for
everything.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's in your blood though. That's in your blood. I can't say like New York blood is so different. People be like, "Sally, where are you from?" And I'm like, I mean, I'm from Long Island, like, but I'm such a
Mm,
cross from the north to the south. I lived in Ohio. I lived all over places. But like
okay,
to bring that mindset into your music is priceless. People pay for that. People pay for that.
I
You got to be your own
appreciate
boss at
that.
the end of the day in this.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
I
saying?
love that.
But
Do you have like a special place that you go and write at? That you like tap into? You know what I mean? Do you
say
like
that
people
again. I
around
didn't
when
hear
you
you.
write?
Say that again. I didn't hear you.
What?
I didn't hear you.
Okay. Better? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can
Good,
hear you.
good. Okay. Do you have like a creative process when it comes to writing? You got like a
Nah,
special thing you do?
I don't have enough time to sit down and write. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, like I'm the CEO of this company, so I'm doing 101 things. Like right now, my whole day, I got like probably like 7 different things to do. I got my Virginia team up here in New York. You know what I'm saying? They about to crush the Dave Summit festival. So you know what I'm saying? It's too much things. We got content, video shoots all in one day plus studio time. So it's like I don't even have enough time. So what I do usually is when I get in the studio, I just probably smoke a blunt, take a couple of shots, get in that booth and get
Nice.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's how I
So
do it.
that's your creative process. That's your mindset.
Yeah, smoke a blunt,
Cut loose,
couple of shots, get in the
relax.
booth. Definitely the creative
No,
process.
facts, facts. I hear that. I hear that. That sounds like his brother. He would tell him to smoke it away. I would tell him smoke it away. Like get your mind right. Get your mind right. Because we'd be so
Definitely.
busy. We run our own. You run your own. You get that. You really get that. Um, so I mean, you're pretty big. You're pretty big. You're doing a lot of things right now. Do you see yourself staying as a national artist, or do you see yourself as an
Oh
international
nah,
artist,
we
or
going
maybe
across
more?
seas.
You're so much more than an artist.
We
So
going across seas. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm in the movies, all this. So I incorporate everything with my company. You know what I'm saying? So make sure everybody understands I'm moving in different places. But I got a lot of connections across seas. You know what I'm saying? My producer's actually from Ukraine. You know what I'm saying? And he's been working with me for about 4.5 years now. This company's been up and running for 5. So he's been producing a lot of beats for me. During that war. You know what I'm saying? So he's a dedicated source into Weapon Flex. And, once that whole thing is over, I plan on going to, London, Paris, England. I got a lot of family out in England. So I'm definitely going to be hitting that scene once, everything is right. Once I get America shaking, we taking it places. But right now it's all about analytics. Once the analytics says
yeah,
I need to
yeah.
be out there, I'll be flying out there.
Oh, facts, because like I tell people all the time, and I don't know if you agree or not, but as an independent artist or as a CEO of your own label, really be running your own stuff, you don't get to choose your fans and your audience. That's like people walking around calling themselves the GOAT or this and that. That's not a name you give yourself. You don't go like, I'm an OG. No, that's given to you. I
Yeah, true.
apologize. If UK is where you're popping, or like, shout out to my boys in the UK, shout out to Tia Records, I'm distributing stuff out there too. And like if I pop over there, then I pop over there. But who's not to say, let me plant all my seeds and see where they grow. You know what I
I
mean?
feel you.
It, I feel like that's smart. That's dope, man. That's really dope. I like
I
that. You
appreciate
said
it.
Ukraine, right?
Yeah, my boy, he's
Mm,
one
that's
million
dope.
beats is his name. 1 million beats. He's out in Ukraine. You know what I mean? Shout out to him. He produced most of the everything. If he don't do it, then it's covered from Clean and Dirty. You know what I'm saying? He be shaking with a lot of other known hip hop artists in New York, like Hattie Rags, Jim Jones, even now be out. He got shit with Dice Peso. So he's shaking. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of producers that's doing big things, and if you listen to my music, you hear Tina Dirty, you know that's cover, and 1 Million Beats got his tag. 1 million. You know what I'm saying? Only mess with two producers. I like to keep my circle tight.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Small circle, small
yeah.
circle for sure.
We before we do an interview, we do our homework. You know what I mean? It's not that
Yeah, we did our
it's not that we don't want to work with, everybody, bruh, but it gotta make sense. It has to make sense for you. It gotta make sense for me. It has to make sense for everybody. Um, but what we noticed from the rip was your content is you're on your content game. You know what I mean? You're putting the work in. You're like she said, you're working. You're out here. You know what I mean? I seen you sent me a video, man. I wanted to download the video. Wasn't able to download the video today. So let's talk a little bit about this video you have with Jim Jones. How did that conspire?
Well, what happened is my boy Charlie from Umbrella Studio. He's the owner of Umbrella. You know what I'm saying? I was supposed to get a collaboration with Capella. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you know Capella Gray.
Yeah.
I was supposed to get a collaboration with him because he's from my hood in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? He's over by
Yeah.
that's the City area. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, he wanted me to cash out the money, and I ain't feel comfortable doing no digital exchange at that number
Say
that
that.
was. You know what I'm saying? I'm a old fashioned. I put the money in your hand. You know what I'm saying? I'm an
Yes,
individual,
sir.
so he didn't. I guess he wasn't feeling that. So I moved on, and I told Charlie about the situation because I had booked the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I got
Yeah.
to the studio,
Yeah.
I had to tell him, "Yeah, I ain't got Capella coming through." He was like, "Yo,
Yeah.
I can get Jimmy right now." Yo, he was like,
Say
you
that.
got the told me the price. He asked me if I got the money. I whipped it out. Let's go. Pause. You know what I'm saying?
Let's get it cracking. Yeah. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy, he FaceTimed Jimmy. And then next I showed Jimmy the bread. Jimmy came and got that. Him and Dice Peso. Dice Peso ended up jumping on a hook. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
And
I
Dice
know
Peso
who
probably
all
if
that
I
is.
had more money. I broke him off too, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we got it done. You know what I'm saying? Word.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna say something, man. Money talk, bullshit walk, bro. And that's just what it is, bro. It's a show me world. I say this every day, don't I, babe? I say this every day. Like she said, I got a label too. I got about 10 artists on my label from all over the country, yo. We putting in work. But I tell them the same thing. Yeah, I know you want us to market you. I know you want us to promote you. I know you want us to get out here and get your name out here. But what are you doing?
That
But what are you doing? You feel me? What are you doing? And there's no value there. So like at the end of the day, man, I'm saying this because Donny Cash, you got value, bro. And I've just got a little taste of the value. You feel what I'm saying? And what you bring to the table and what you're trying to do here. Like Josh will tell you, bro, I'm about action. You feel what I'm saying? You can't say you doing something and then I look and you posting pictures of cookbooks and people losing weight and tell me you're doing music. You feel what I'm saying, bro? Like I'm sick of seeing that, bro. I like action.
find an artist. I can't find the music, and I'm like,
I
oh my
can't hear you,
god,
love.
wait, I'll be like looking up an artist, and you can't find a single thing, not a show, not a flyer, not a link, and I'm like, man, I'm done. I'm scrolling on their page, like I
You
ain't got
got no
time for this.
movement.
I'm like,
You know
I'm
what
not
I'm
an
saying?
artist.
I be telling people you
Oh,
can't
that's
just be
bad.
in the studio. You gotta be if you're doing work in the studio, you gotta be putting it in the ears of people.
Right, right. If you're just sitting in the studio, I hope that your uncle is Snoop Dogg and he's just chilling with you and you're you got it in the bag, right?
Yeah. Good luck.
You came from it, I guess, then. Because you can't go sit in the studio with like a major artist. They will shadow you. They just put you behind them. We have Rod Wave down here, and one of our boys was rolling with Rod Wave, and he's just kind of sitting on the shelf. And dude got smart real quick and took off, and ended up doing his own tour nationwide. But
Okay.
you gotta be careful. You gotta put in that work. Do you deal with a lot of negativity? Like a lot, any negative like
I
comments
mean,
on like
all
your
the
music
time,
or what
man.
you're doing?
You know, I used to hear this one saying, like, is lonely at the top. You heard, like, you know what I'm saying? I had a lot of people
Talk
that came with
that.
me
Talk that.
during
Nigga,
this
what?
journey, but
What's
they
that?
ain't here now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't want to put their feet in the mud. Everybody just want to lay on the sand like they was ready meant to get to the water. You know what I'm saying? It's a process. You put your feet in the mud, then your feet land on the grass, the sand to the water. A lot of people want to skip steps. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't got time for that. And I'm a low tolerant. I'm very low tolerance when it comes to nonsense. If we know what we got to do, we know
Yeah.
what we're here for. Blood, sweat, and tears. You know what I'm saying? And nothing more, nothing less. You know what I'm saying? That's how I roll. So a lot of people just, you know, I'm very aggressive. And when it comes to what the plan is and what the goal is, like I said, I'm out here trying to make millionaires. I'm not out here trying to play and have fun. I want people to be able to do things with their family when they die. And that's what I'm gonna do for mine. So, you know, that's my
Yeah.
goal. Legacy, you know.
Bosses make bosses, gang.
Yeah.
That's so facts.
We speak on that, you know what I mean? I live in Florida and it's hard to take that mindset and come down here. That's why, you know, I linked up with someone who's from up north because I need that blood. I need that mindset. You know, you could go ahead and be a beach whale and get stuck right there waiting to get washed back up. But I'm a freaking sea turtle and I'm gonna find my way back to the light. So
I
like
know
I
that.
just can't sit still, you know, stagnancy is not for me. You know, my family comes to all New York and they work 7 days a week. Bus, train,
No
taxi,
days
walk.
off.
Like
No
you
days
have a
off.
car, you won't even drive it up there. So like, you know, it's different. It's different to have that mindset. It's powerful. It's a boss mindset for sure. So, you know, you're Bronx. I know my boy Elo the franchise, he's South Bronx. Does your city support you? Do they is that even
I got,
important to you
I got a lot
anyways?
of
But
people in the
do they
Bronx
support you?
support me. A lot of people in the Bronx support me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm born and raised from the Bronx, so hella people know me out there, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of love. I'm good everywhere I go in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? Even if I got
That's
problems here,
dope.
I'm still good. So, you know, I got love out
Yeah.
there. People that don't like me still respect me, you know?
That's dope. Now, if they didn't love you and if you're thinking for other artists, do you think it's important for your city to stand behind you? Or do you think that you could do it
Nah,
with or
not
without
really.
anyways?
To be honest with you, not really, because I know I'm smart enough. I've been around millionaires. You know what I'm saying? So I'm smart enough to know my city is not where I'm gonna blow up at. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be somewhere else. Even New York gonna show me the support, but like I said, it's only gonna be local. It's not gonna be nobody gonna cut that check that I need. I'm looking for that check. You know what I'm saying? I'm not out here playing to be, you know, for sport or for popularity. I'm out here to gain some type of income and some financial stability. So at the end of the day, like I know where
Agreed.
the money's at. So that's why if you look, I'm in Cali, I'm in Miami, I'm in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I'm in Texas. You know what I'm saying? I'm in all the places where I know the people are spending the money and they're not
Yeah.
blocking growth. A lot of people be
Yeah.
blocking the growth. You know what I'm saying? They want to be the number one on top and don't want to see nobody surpass them. And I'm not with that. If a person's supposed to shine higher than you, and all you gotta do is give them an alley you throw the ball.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. I'm gonna skip the question real quick, and I'm gonna ask you this: if you could change something about the industry today and make it better, not just for the independent world, but for the world, not just for the independent game, but for the world. You could change something for the from if you could change something for the industry that could change the world and make things better for all of us. What would it be and why?
I would probably kill that algorithm and let the
Talk that
people decide.
shit.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I
Yes.
would do. I kill that algorithm and let the people decide. Go back to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I like that, man, because I'm gonna break this down for them real quick. Okay, so the algorithm is based off human response. Well, let me rephrase. It's based off what they think the human response is. It's not
Mm-hmm.
based off real human reaction and real human feeling because music for me is a feeling from the instruments to the lyrics, you know what I mean, to the vibe, to the energy that's in the room. It's a feeling. You feel what I'm saying? And I think the algorithm takes that away from the people, bro. It makes us not real. It makes the whole it's a
Artificial.
bot. Like y'all not really purchasing it.
Yeah, it's all artificial, in my opinion. Because I remember the times when we didn't have this, and if your name wasn't buzzing in the streets, nobody knew you. You was nobody. You ain't putting in enough
Danya.
work. But if you put in the work, people knew you. Word of mouth was stronger than the click of a button back then. You know.
Yeah, man. Like, my man Houston, it's the president of my label. He actually said, New Yorkers are some of my favorite people. They gonna tell it how it is. You feel what I mean? Would you agree with this comment?
Yeah, I don't have no filter on my tongue. That's why a lot of people don't like me. But I don't care.
Yeah, that's why I love her to death, though. You know what I mean? It hurts sometimes. It cut like a sword, but I guess I gotta take it, bro. Like it's New York, like it's the life.
Yeah, constructive criticism goes a long way. A lot of people just don't know how to take that. You know.
But New York keeps it more real. Like I will flat out look at somebody and be like, the truth hurts, but it'll set you free. Deal with it. It is what it is. I like transparency. I don't like honesty. I like transparency. You know what I mean? I like just being in. If
Hmm.
you ain't in, you ain't in my circle. You can
That
step
part.
out. And I can't kick that side of me. It's like it's ingrained in me. I'm one of the most honest people you'll ever meet. But that's where we make a business people because there's no emotions in that bag. They don't belong in there.
Hmm.
So, at the end of the day, that's a good way to be. I'm surprised. I knew he was from New York anyways. I'm born Long Island, but like I was like, yo, he's New York. And I was thinking about my boy Elo and I was like, I bet he's Bronx or Brooklyn. I'm like, he's gotta be. Like, so I'm
Yo,
I'm not
Brooklyn been making
surprised. I'm
some
not surprised.
noise,
Big shout
man.
out
It's
to him.
definitely
Oh yeah.
Brooklyn making
Oh
noise.
yeah. Brooklyn is making noise. I remember I was just out there for the Brooklyn. I was like a Brooklyn artist music festival, and my girl Kia Jeffrey, she comes down south quite a bit. Miss Put
Yeah.
It in Your Mouth, and I was at one of my shows up there, and I look and love her. There's no better way to know her than as that. But I looked down and she's right there in the audience, and I was like, "It's dope of you to step out." Like, I it's there's so much support up there, but like y'all are making big moves, and some people I travel. I'm sure you do too, and we pay for what we do. We put our money behind ourselves. We bet on
Hmm.
ourselves. And,
That
New
part.
York just keeps it so real. Like, it didn't cost me my life savings to go do stuff. Like, you link up with the right people, you're a real person, like, they show so much love, it's crazy. So,
I'll be
man,
real.
big
I
shout out
mean,
to you. Big shout out to you.
growing up out there, I
Oh,
could agree with you, man. I could agree with you
yeah.
because New York is way more for the most part. We hustlers. We out here trying to pay that rent. We all know New York got one of the highest rents. You know what I'm saying? So we out here trying to pay the rent. We ain't got no time to play. So being that our minds are so busy, we ain't got no time to hate. We don't got time. We don't got time to, worry about somebody else. We too busy. You know what I'm saying? We
Okay.
too busy. If anything, if we thinking about you, we thinking about how we can help you grow and possibly eat off of that wave. You know what I'm saying? Help you help
Yeah.
me.
Help.
You know what I'm
Listen,
saying?
that's 100. That's 100. She always say, man, and I be having to remind people all the time, like, 'cause bro come to me, bro complaining about bro, you know what I'm saying? He talking about, oh, he using him. Well, you knew when you got in the business with him, he needed something from you. You just didn't know his motive. The problem is everybody got a motive. It's just, is it
Mhm.
a good motive or a bad motive? She remind me of this all the time because I'm the type to get a message in the morning, from somebody that I did good business with already. You feel what I'm saying? But they didn't fell down in the pot now, and now they got to do bad business to bounce back. So as soon as they do the bad business, I'm like,
Yeah, he
oh,
never
okay,
had good
don't believe it. She
intentions.
like, no, believe it, goddamn it, believe
Man,
it.
like I'll be real. Everybody's meant to be used. Everybody uses each other. If a motherfucker can't get with me and use me to find growth, then you wasting my time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
Talk
out
that.
here trying to waste time, and I don't want nobody around me I can't use to help me grow. Let's help each other grow. At the end of the day, you could be used in two ways. One way could be the best way of your life, or the worst way of your life. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about growth. So somebody coming around me, understand I'm about business, I'm about making money. You know what I'm saying? If you about that, then you in the right lane. You know what I'm saying? If not, get out my lane because I'm not about playing games. Everybody around me got to be about trying to grow, and I'm gonna help you grow. And obviously, if I'm helping you grow, you should help me grow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's how we make
yeah,
millionaires.
I agree. I agree, man. 100%. 100%, man. We stand on bosses making bosses that here today's wave. We stand on millionaires making millionaires. I may not be a millionaire, but if you set me down at the table with a bunch of millionaires, I got some great $1 million ideas that you know what I'm saying? I will make sure that I stay at that table and I will put the work in
You're
to
around them
stay at that
long
table.
enough to be one.
Talk that, talk that, man. You feel me?
You know
Talk
what I'm
that, man.
saying?
And you see, it's what you bring to the table. You sure right. You sure right. So
Hmm.
we're gonna get a little funny real quick. We're gonna dive into some funny questions, man. We're gonna make this a little funny, man. So I need y'all to dive in this chat right here, man. If y'all got any questions for me, man, let me know. Shout out to Houston, shout out to Josh, shout out to Tara J, Hot Double X Mag Online Radio, Pittsburgh Stand Up, man. Y'all know what it is. Um, Rick man, I appreciate everybody in the live. Make sure y'all go in there and hit the comments, man. If y'all got any questions, man, ask, and I'll make sure that I shoot the comment to them. Y'all know how we vibe. All right, let's get into this next one. What is the best piece of advice another artist has gave to you, and what is the worst advice someone else gave you?
Uh, like somebody that's already made it.
N- It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It could be
I
either
mean,
or. It could be either or.
the worst piece of advice I heard an artist give me was telling me I need to listen to their way of coming up in this. Like I'm a firm believer that everybody got their own way to their own success. You can add on to somebody's way, but you can't follow their full footsteps. You just can't forget your plan. You know what I mean? You can incorporate it somehow, but you gotta always remember where you stand with your shit. Um, the best piece of advice somebody has given me is telling me stop worrying about everybody and worry about myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I was wasting a lot of money investing into a lot of people that weren't ready to work. You know what I mean? Wasn't ready to put in the same footsteps, time, energy away from loved ones and family. A lot of times I'm away from my loved ones and family because I'm out here trying to push this. A lot of people they ain't willing to change their lives around. Like the hardest thing a person can do is change. So a lot of people ain't willing to do that. They say they are, but they don't really mean it. You know what I mean? I can't hear you. Uh,
Wow.
I hear you now. I got you.
Yeah,
I hear
yeah.
you now.
So what I was saying is, man, like that what you just had stated, bro. Like the best thing you could do is care about. I don't mean to be greedy or conceited or disrespectful, but care about yourself and take care of yourself and worry about yourself. We stand on faith, family, finances, and then music. Because at the end of the day, man, if you can't take care of what you got at home, if you can't take care of your day-to-day responsibilities with whatever God it is that you choose to, you know what I mean? And faith, family, finances, it got to be like that. And without the finances, how are you supposed to move around? You feel what I'm saying?
That
Yeah,
part.
you paying bills, but you got enough to move around, man. Do you agree with these?
Yeah, without finances, you ain't doing shit. I don't care how talented you are. Nobody gonna know you. You know what I'm saying? I see people that are dead trash making millions. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if it's, I know artists that are like the best artists I've ever heard, and they living in the projects right now, $400 apartments. You understand what I'm saying? So this shit is for
Yeah.
real. Like you gotta have the finances. Nobody gonna do nothing for you for free. You're not gonna get a DJ to spin your shit for free in the club spinning you. No, it ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to slide them a 20 by the DJ booth or 50 or something by the DJ booth and in your record. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't getting no love for free. That's one thing I know. No matter how much
That's
people
so
tell you they
funny.
fuck with you because they get to know you, it's all about a check at the end of the day, man. I know a lot of people. Nobody does nothing for free.
That is so facts, that is so facts. Like, I am the kindest person. I am sweet. I will fly across the country, and I would never walk into a place and expect no handouts like that. I'm like you. I like cash at hand. I'm not big on digital transactions if I don't know
Money on
you
the wood.
and I've never met you. I will drive my shit to you personally. I want to shake your hand. I'm a hugger too.
Mhm.
If I love you anyways, I'm about to hug you anyways. But I want to shake your hand off the rip. But that's just the way we are. That's so crazy, man. You sound just like me. When I went back to New York, I felt like I was just at home. I was like, thank you, God, I'm with people.
Just
So
hush.
okay,
New York.
yeah, facts, man. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. So you travel, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm curious because this is something we don't get to talk about a lot, but I think it is funny.
We talk
We're
about
talking about it a lot, but we don't get to talk about it in interviews.
it.
What is one of the wildest things that has happened to you on your travels?
One
It
of
could
the
be
wildest
funny,
things
it
that
could be
happened to me in
crazy.
my travel. Um,
Hmm.
damn, I gotta think. Like, let me see.
He'd have
Actually,
been everywhere.
Yeah.
I got a story,
I know
man.
you had some hiccups.
I
Yeah.
got a story, man. All right, so I just had beat a case out in New York, whatever. I was setting up for a little minute, fighting an indictment. I ended up beating it and whatever.
Yes, sir.
Came home after like 20 months, you know what I'm saying? Fighting this case in
Yeah.
Rikers Island. So I finally got that dismissal. They released me, came home or whatever, and I flew out to Miami the next day because I had money stacked up while I was in jail. So I flew out to Miami the
Yeah.
next day, go like celebrate myself. It was a Thanksgiving too. It was Thanksgiving Day, I think 2017. So I got
Yeah.
out to Miami. I booked the Gates Hotel. I'm chilling. Got the limo. I got complimentary. I got the VIP section, 2 bottles, and Live in the Blue Fountain. You know what I'm saying? I mean Fountain
Yeah.
Blue. You know what I'm saying? So long story short, I get drunk at the pre-party. Get to the club. I'm VIP. Walk up to the bouncer, and it was a bouncer that I knew from New York. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So I'm
sir.
like, yo, you look that familiar. And he started telling me the clubs that he was bouncing up top. So I'm like, oh, word. I used to go to the clubs that he was bouncing at. So we kicking it, but
Yeah.
the head bouncer thought we was arguing because there was a cheese line on trying to get in. So he thought I was
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
skip the line. So I'm like, he started barking, like, yo, my man, get to the back of the line. I'm like, yo, you wildin', me and homeboy talking. But through all the commotion, I guess he thought it was an issue. The police ran up on me and grabbed me, and I smacked the
Oh
police hand off of me. You know what I'm saying? And then he like pumped his chest, so I felt like he was gonna hit me. So I punched him in his face twice, dropped him, and then I just hit the footsteps. I knew what was going
That's
down. I
wild.
braced myself and prepared for the rush.
Hey, come get it.
Ended up in jail trying to go to Club
Now
Live.
that's wild. Now that's wild.
That's funny. That's
But
funny,
that
boy.
case is done though.
Yeah. That's
We
wild.
work through a lot of adversities as artists, but that's what I love Ti for. Like I said, I grew up in the South, predominantly, and like we will take every single adversity, overcome it, and we'll make some music out of it.
Yeah, I did
You
actually
play
write
with us
something
if you
about
want
that.
to.
Inspiration.
People be like, where's your music come from? And one guy in Tennessee, he told me, he said, he had asked me a different, he said, what pain inspired you to start writing? And I looked at him and I said, how do you know it's pain? And he said, every artist I've met from here to there, it starts with pain and it transcribes. Like it was the one way you could express yourself, and you put it out there like that. And I was like, that's
Hmm.
deep. That's
It's
super.
all
You're right.
about
It is.
pain.
it is struggles that came to my
Yeah,
songs. That's facts.
definitely. When I was in South by Southwest, I actually wrote a song called Death Talk like 3 weeks, about a month ago now. I had gotten into a major accident and totaled my car. And the next day I got up and went to Connecticut to go do a show with Scott Morris, just running around. Then after that, went to Philly, ended up in Detroit, Pittsburgh. That's where I met Josh. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Right.
So
I
you've
didn't
been
even
in the
have time to
bird then.
stop after
Okay.
the accident. I had to work through the pain. You know what I'm saying? I was in South by Southwest and I recorded a song called Death Talk. We just shot a video for that 2 days ago. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
we working. You know, but it's definitely
I
all
love
comes
Yeah.
that.
from
I love that.
experiences. You know.
Yeah, yeah. Big shout out to Scott Morris. He's doing his thing. He's got my support for sure, for sure. I love what he's doing with Mia. There's another girl he's working with, he's really doing his thing and I
It's
love it.
bands.
He
It's 50
comes so
bands.
different. Yeah, yeah, for sure. And he comes down here too, because he's an artist as well. So he works with my
Yeah.
boy Jay High and does
Mhm.
some stuff down here. And he is a very well-rounded person. And big shout out to Josh from YNC. He's got our love and support as well, always. That's part of our network for sure. So that's
Yeah.
funny. I would have
Josh
seen
is,
you so many
Josh is the
times.
man. Josh
I
keeps me working, man. Josh not playing
no
with me,
days
man.
off. That's one thing
Hey,
about them
talk
days
that.
off. He used to hit up tough every day. No days
Every
off, no
Yeah,
day.
days off. I'd be like, that's
definitely,
facts. I
definitely.
mean,
I
no,
ain't gonna
yeah,
lie.
that does not surprise me.
Definitely shout out to Josh YNC, man. Like I said, I met him in Pittsburgh. Then I bumped back into him in Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
he be
Yeah.
everywhere. He
Yeah.
be moving.
Yes, we
That boy
do.
be
Oh
moving.
yeah, oh yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you something, man. Coming into this game, it's hard to trust people. You feel what I'm saying? Like I come from Chicago and Pittsburgh. If you ever done music in Chicago and Pittsburgh, you know it is not an easy market, and you know that it is
Mhm.
war. It's either you or me when it comes to that.
Yeah,
It's competition, bro. That's just what it is. It's just what it
yeah,
is. But John, he showed me another way. You know what I mean? He showed me to get out, like get outside your city. You know, like one, and he just showed me, he gave me opportunities. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. With those opportunities come the fact that I have to pay for travel, I have to pay for stay, I gotta pay for the opportunity itself. Those are
but
things that I had to do. Those are things that she had to. I met her like that at a YNC event. It was Benny Siegel. I was hosting the event. She had the main slot of the night. That's what I'm saying. Like she took the opportunity to put the bag up to get that slot. She took the opportunity to come from Florida to Pittsburgh. You feel what I'm
mm,
saying? And we didn't just make a network. We made a family, bro. Like Josh has been around for a while, but he has put me in opportunities to build not just myself, but other people as well. You know what I mean?
yeah,
We share a network, bro. Like we understand that money can't be everything. Money, it has to be bigger than money. Has to be bigger than music. You know what I mean? We sit on the phone sometimes and we come up with plans and opportunities, not just for him or me or you know what I'm saying. We do it for the independent world. You feel what I'm saying? Like I got a label, I got music to push. You have a label, you have music to push. You feel what I'm saying? You really don't got time to step back to push and promote other artists, but you do it on the strength that you fuck with them people and you fuck with their music and you just want to, help as much as you can possibly. So with
definitely.
that being said, man, like who would you work with independently now that maybe we may not know of, or somebody that's coming up independently that you want to work with?
I already got the people I want to work with. I got my people out in Virginia. You know what I'm saying? They here right
Okay.
now. They gonna be turning up. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Love,
got
love.
boy B Ja. You know what I'm saying? We got Star. We got Trap Star. You know what I mean? She's a female. She out here.
Oh,
She killing them. You know what I'm saying? We got my boy Blizzy. You know what I'm saying? Then we got my boy
mm,
Day. So it's like we out here. We working. You know what I'm saying? Like I rather take people that really don't have the opportunity and I can actually help people grow. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I don't really care about everybody that think they got it already. You know what I'm saying? These people not gonna appreciate what I could do for them. Or either that or they think I probably can't do more than I can do. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the
say that.
day, I'm about people that need that help, and I can see, I can help make an impact in their lives. You know what I'm saying? That's all it's about for me. This shit is bigger than money for me. It's about, like I said, it's about my legacy. When I die, I want my children to look at me like daddy was a boss. Only reason they be able to say that because they bosses themselves. You know what I'm saying?
You say that one way. Generational. Generational.
And like you see, my little man been doing this shit since he was 8. I
Oh,
got
we.
custody of him when he was like 8. He told me straight up, I want to be in movies. I want to be like, he wanted his own YouTube
Aw.
channel, but he seen it was hard to get this followers up. So he wanted to switch to Twitch. And he was like, yo, dad, but if I do music and I do movies, my Twitch be popping. So I'm like, you know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Just let me know when you're
Yeah.
ready. I'm in that lane. So he was like,
Facts.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
He went, wrote his first song. We laid it down. Then he went, he paid himself for a feature for Dice Peso. You know what I'm saying? He saved his money up and paid for
We.
that feature. He just paid for his slot on
See.
Star on this concert called the Magic the DJ Magic Car Show with Scarlett. He paid his slot on that. He on
Okay.
2 stages. Like I'll teach him how to invest in himself. That way he understand nobody else is going to do it before you do it. You know what I mean?
Man,
Facts.
man, I hope y'all heard that. Man, I hope y'all heard that. You feel what
AI,
I'm saying?
AI is gonna take that. They're gonna generate that clip. We already know in the interview. They take little chunks that were special. I know that's gonna be
Yeah,
one of
and
them.
it showed me the title. The AI will show me the title of the conversation, and it'll play that shit, bro. Like that was. Listen, man, I just want to say something, bro. Like you're a great person. You're not just a good artist or with a good opportunity and pushing your music and making it work. You're a great person, man. I just say here, you've been through some things. You've been through some things, and I've been through a lot of those same things. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's
Salute.
not what we've been through. You know what I mean? It's not where we was. It's where we going, who we were finna become. You feel what I'm saying? My days always tell me you become a man, boy. You become a man. You ain't no man, you become one. You feel what I'm
Yep.
saying, man? I love the motion. I love the movement. I love what you're doing with your son. We need to talk about getting him up here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
that'd be dope.
that'd be dope, man. And I got a chance
Anytime
to
you're
hear the
ready.
song from. Yeah, I got a chance to hear it, man. I love that he's staying in his lane. You feel what I'm saying? You hear a lot of
Yeah,
young kids, they rapping like we rapping. You feel
Right.
what I'm saying?
yeah.
They not like,
He don't want to be
Yeah.
not like me. He want to be like him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like that.
I
Ooh,
love
ooh,
that.
ooh.
That's like that Joyner Lucas song. Oh, that's so good. I love that. That's so deep. I tell my kids that, I have a little girl. She goes by LA, and I remember we sat down and wrote songs together, and I remind them that all the time because no matter how great I'm doing, man, my come up was so hard that I'm just like, I don't want you to be anything like me. No matter what, don't be anything like me.
Yeah,
Take my hustle and my
Mhm.
dreams and things like that, that I didn't grow up with. But I don't want you to be nothing like me. I want you to be so much better, so
That
much
yeah,
part.
different. Be yourself, follow your own dreams. Oh my gosh. Like people want to stay in the hood and the way we grew up. And I'm just like, I can't imagine why. I
Man, I mean,
don't. I want to get my
it's been
people out of there
hardship for
one
me in the
time.
hood. It's
yeah.
been nothing but hardship. Shit. That's
Yes.
why I moved out the hood.
That's
Say that.
facts. That's facts. I've no desire to stay there. It's where, I mean, you can't really appreciate where any of us are going if you can't appreciate where we've been. But, at the end
Hmm.
of the day, that is not where I have to stay. I always tell people that. I remember going to Cali for my first time for music, and there were tents next to mansions. And I was like, if I can't find a way to live in California, nobody's got a gun to my head. I'm not handcuffed to the tree here. Like I'm
Move
allowed to
around.
move states and
Yeah.
go see if I can make
Hmm.
it in Texas or Oregon or shit. I'll find a trail.
That part.
I don't need to stay somewhere where I can't make it. That's a right. What the? So,
That
man,
part.
I want to ask you something. Now, I would never put nobody on the spot, but I
Yeah.
but I believe in you. You want to spit any bars while you're on here? You freestyle at all?
Yeah, I do freestyles, you know what I'm saying? I play around.
I know you do because we're both New Yorkers. See, I've never got to ask anyone on an interview, never, not once, and I know better
Mm.
because putting people on the spot, they get scared. But I love it. I work better from the bottom, and I bet that you do too. You want to spit anything while you're on here? If you don't, I take no offense.
Man, would you be able to throw in an intro or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you want an instrumental?
See what we can
Shit, I
do.
can play one right here on my phone.
Let's see what we can do. Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I want to hear some. I really respect your music. We like Tuff said, we did our homework on you. And I was like, oh, I love his confidence. You can feel he's putting a message behind it. You have morals in your music. Then like he said, we seen your son, and I was like, this is great. This is why we do it.
I appreciate
It's
that.
such a
Means a
beautiful
lot.
thing.
All right.
Let's see what we got. I'm like, I would love to hear something. I write weirdly, like I write with no beat too. I actually had to teach myself to not do that. So like I'll make random ass songs.
Yeah, I do that sometimes. I was writing back then. I used to do that, then try to get the beat to match it. I have a hard time.
Hey, what? We just talked about that. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Can't do it from our side.
Yeah, I gotta upload it before. It would have to be uploaded before. That's all.
That's okay. That's okay. Well, if you want to spit something raw, you're more than welcome to. If not, y'all need to go tap into his music because
Oh, we gonna play some.
he's a dope artist.
You definitely can play something. You know what I'm gonna do for y'all though? What I am gonna do for y'all, I want y'all later on, probably next month, if whenever y'all have time. I want to introduce my VA artists to y'all that
Are you
I'm
on
working
mute?
with. You know what I'm saying?
He's on mute.
Donnie, can you hear me? Are you on mute, baby?
No, I'm not on mute. I hear you. Let me see.
No.
No.
Hold on 1 second. 1 second.
You hear me now?
If you can hear me, hold on 1 second.
Yo, Liz, you can check this mic. The mic, I think the mic is on.
No. No.
Nope. But we're gonna do this. There you go.
Say something, Donnie.
Yep.
There you go.
I just heard you.
I just heard you for a split second.
Yep.
There we go.
All right.
Ooh, technology drives me crazy, boy. Okay, back and running. What were you saying, I should say?
He
I
was
was saying definitely whenever we can link back up, I want to introduce my y'all gonna hear about them. Y'all gonna see a lot of things coming out. You know what I'm saying? I'm working them as hard as I'm working myself. And they dedicated, they drive up to New York to get in tune with me. So I wanna introduce y'all to them eventually sometime whenever we have the time.
Your audio.
We'll back in touch with each other. But before then, y'all gonna see what they doing. I'm gonna have them all throughout Dave Summit. I have one artist, she's gonna do the Scar Lips concert with me. You know what I'm saying? Trap Star. We got a lot of things in the making. There's gonna be a lot of videos.
Said he can hear both of us.
Okay.
Well, that's good, Houston, but we can't hear him.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, I'm not sure why. Look, man, he got a dope ass song right now. Go ahead and introduce your song right now. Let them know about the artist that you got to feature with. Millie's is dope. I've been following Millie's for a while. They can hear you, so all you gotta do is go ahead and explain, how you met Millie's and how the feature conspired.
Okay. They can hear me. So for the most part, you know what I'm saying? Dice Peso, Dice Peso, after we did that song with Jimmy, you know what I'm saying? Me and Dice Peso, we kept in tune, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, me and him, get the club alive, we talk shit, we get in the studio vibe, you know what I'm saying? He looked out for me with that Millie shit, I told him I wanted the song, please. And he was like, I have to make the phone call. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
it's a dope ass track, bro. This is a dope track. I got a chance to listen to it. Like I said, I've been following Millie's for a while, man. He's a dope ass artist, man. You'll catch him all over social media, bro. He don't be playing, and he be giving back. So I be watching him give back bread and everything. He'll go live and just give bread to people, bro. Just showing love, bro. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this track, man. I want y'all to get in the comments, be active. Let us know what you think of the track, man. I appreciate you tapping in. We're gonna come right back so you can give your shout outs right after this song. All right.
I say that.
Let's get it popping. There you go.
There you go.
All the time, every night, all the time.
Money on my mind, money while I grind, money
money while I'm out committing crime every day and night, all the time. Money on my mind, money while I grind, money while I'm out committing crime every day and night. Money on my mind, money while I grind, money while I'm out committing crime every day and night, all the time. Money on my mind, money while I grind, money while I'm out committing crime every day and night. Don't let them fool you, I know that this money's the root to evil. Get them addicted like fiends, shooting dope in a needle. Don't ever get money with niggas who ain't able to feed you. Never trust an independent bitch claiming she needs you. Niggas talk behind your back, but then they say they your peoples. I live this life, knowing what the consequence leads. Who would I be if I wasn't manifesting my dream? Understand the sacrifices that I take for my team, for all my niggas and my bitches to be kings and queens. Could it be true? You know what I've been through behind the scenes. I'm living that type of life that I get it by any means. I gotta know how to follow in order for me to lead. I put in the sweat and tears, my scars they still bleed. I'm hungry, we talking money, we getting it poppin'. This rap shit's my plan A, I ain't looking for options. I holler that peso, hit millies, then locked in. Money on my mind, money while I grind, money while I'm out committing crime every day and night, all the time. Money on my mind, money while I grind, money while I'm out committing crime every day and night. Money on my mind, money while I grind, money while I'm out committing crime every day and night, all the time. Money on my mind, money while I grind, money while I'm out committing crime every day and night.
Money on my mind, dinero on my mental, pesos in my pockets, blue hundreds in this benzo, jugging out the pack, eyeballing in the rental, shorty bitching on the menstrual, I ain't have a dime to lend you, broke days had me in the terrace, feeling like I'm hopeless, I would hit the tear button on the skizzy till I broke it, seen the yellow tape young, that's just some shit I had to cope with, now I'm walking out of Starless, 6 bitches trying to throw it, streets yeah I don't mold it, tested never folded, I was drowning looking for that lifesaver, they ain't throw it, neighborhood hero, look at Blanco, he heroic, coke, dope, weed, X, Molly, lean, I sold it, Shiesty, that's the homie mask, slide around with Donny Kash, send me auto with me, still might hop out for this autograph, Shiesty, that's the homie mask, slide around with Donny Kash, send me auto on me, still might hop out for this autograph.
Money on my mind, money while I grind, money while I'm out committing crime every day and night, all the time. Money on my mind, money while I grind, money while I'm out committing crime every day and night. Money on my mind, money while I grind, money while I'm out committing crime every day and night, all the time. Money on my mind, money while I grind, money while I'm out committing crime every day and night.
With them flags.
That's that shit I like right there, man. I just want to say, I'm gonna start with this. I like the way you put your bars together. I like the way you put the emotion. I can hear it. I can hear the feeling in the music. You know what I mean? How serious you are about the music, man. In your lyrics and what you're talking about and how you're giving us your story. Man, that song right there. When you first sent it before the show and I listened to it, we both listened to it together, and she honest as hell and I'm honest as hell. So I came from the kitchen, she on the way from the bathroom, and we bump, we like, yeah, we like it. You know, we usually it's from one room, somebody's coming like, I don't know. But that shit right there, gang, man, pleasant.
Yeah. We normally ask an artist that question, like, do you have like morals in your music? But like he said, we do our homework. So I already knew listening to you. I was like, nah, I know I'm going to hear it. I know I'm going to hear bars and, you know, different things that he's put together that's going to tell me who he is and what he stands on. So, and New York's real big for their hooks and like their cadences and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? We send the message into our music. We will preach to you in our track.
Hold on, we do that in Chicago too. Don't let her play, y'all. We do that in Iraq too, goddamn it.
Yeah, no, I love it. I absolutely love it. Y'all got to go tap in with Donny Kash. You know, like we said, he's an amazing artist. He's very well-rounded, and he's so much more than just music. You know, I'm sure if you tap into his pages and stuff, you'll see his jewelry and what he's got going on, which is great for all of our independents that are going to see this. Because, you know, we're from the north to the south and then all over really randomly. But, you know, everybody loves their jewelry and their chains and their wear and stuff like that. So, y'all, this is someone to tap into.
Y'all lucky I ain't busting down on this live right now.
We chilling jerseys. Team day. But,
yeah.
So any big shout outs that you want to give? Any make sure you
Yeah,
give
I
your links
definitely
and let
want to
people know
shout
where to
out. I
find
want to
you.
shout out my. I want to shout out my son Silver. You know what I'm saying? He out in Virginia doing it big. He got a production company called Tech Now Entertainment.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? I want to shout him out. He's
Okay.
working hard out there. You know what I'm saying? That's actually how I met the VA artists that signed that, you know, that we're working with Whipping Flex right now. You know what I'm saying? I also want to shout out my little man, Checkmate, working hard. You got, you know, his father's proud of him. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like Whipping Flex Entertainment. I want to shout out Josh. You know what I'm saying? Josh, I do be needing sleep. You know what I'm saying? He be working me
Time to
crazy.
work.
But
Time to
nah,
work
keep
that
doing
day.
your job. Keep doing your job, bro. I ain't mad at you.
yeah.
One thing I told Josh, I don't care where in the United States you need me to be, I'm gonna be there. Just give me a time and a date. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of individual I am, and he's holding me to that. So you know what I mean? I definitely
He will.
appreciate you doing.
That's so funny, yeah, because like that's how we met. Like he said, that's now how we met you.
You feel
We
me?
laugh about that now. We just went and hosted one of his shows, and
In
we're like,
Pittsburgh.
"Thanks, Josh.
Yeah.
You're the reason we even met." But
Real
he's a
talk.
great network, great connector.
Definitely got to shout out my producer, Ukraine, man. He's been sticking with me during this
Love
whole
him.
war his country's been going through. I'm talking about last year, that boy sent me over 250 beats. This year, we just got to this year. I'm already at 176 beats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, even when
He's
the
working.
missiles being shot at his building, he was still sending beats. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, there's somebody that's been dedicated to Whipping Flex, and I appreciate him. That's a brother from another mother to me. So you know what I mean?
Yes, yes.
I love that because in the industry, and the more you do this, we no longer just have blood family. I made families in so many places, and we feel so blessed to have that. Our network, some of them have truly became like family. So I love that. You got a lot going on. That's incredible. Something else you want to wrap up with?
Yeah, man. I just want to say this. Like she said, you don't realize that you're networking when you're networking. You don't realize the person that you're meeting knows a handful of people that can also do something for you.
No facts.
And depending on the opportunity that he gives you, depending on the work that you put in for him, is depending on how he take you up that ladder. It's not what you, it's not what you know, it's not the money you bring in, it's who you know in this game. I know some people that I didn't have millions of dollars to put up, but I know some people that are willing to back me. You know what I mean? It's just about the opportunity to get them to back. You know what I mean? But I see you moving, and I see people willing to put the work to put behind you. You feel what I'm saying? So I want to say this real quick, and I love it. I love this question, man. If you can go back and prepare your younger self for what's coming and what's happening today, what would you go back and tell your younger self to prepare yourself for today?
To be honest, stack more money. Stack more money. You know what I'm saying? That's the best thing you could do, stepping into this game with leverage.
Straight to the point.
You know what I'm saying? Versus somebody having leverage over you. Because a lot of people, like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, I've been offered contracts by different record companies. I don't care to call no names. And they offered me millions of dollars, and I dubbed it because it wasn't worth it. I couldn't feed my team with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't enough to feed my team with it, the way they was trying to break it down in increments. So I didn't want it. So I dubbed it. I could have snatched that and been a millionaire, but I would have been a selfish millionaire. I don't want to. That's not how I'm going to become rich or wealthy, I should say. I don't want to be rich. I want to be wealthy. So that's not how I'm going to get it.
That's facts. That's facts. Wealthy, man. Generational wealth. When I die, like Mike Epps said something, man. Everybody, we think we own everything now, but we don't. When we die, it goes somewhere else. It don't go to our families. You know what I'm saying? It goes somewhere else, even if you think you own that house. You feel me? When you die, your kid might get it, but what happens when he messed that house up and he sell it? It's gone. I want
If you
something
ain't
when
got
I
the
leave the
deed to the
foundation
land, you
so
don't own
strong.
shit. If you don't
Talk
got
that,
that
gang.
deed, you don't own shit. That title don't mean nothing.
Talk
You're
that.
still labeled as a tenant. You better look
Say
at your
that.
title to the house. You labeled as a
Say that,
tenant.
man.
The mortgage
What?
company
What,
more to that
man?
property than you do.
I'm trying to tell you, man. I love that you're woke, man, in this game. I love that you got your eyes open. I love what you're doing. I love the movement, man. It was great to have you, man. I would love to have you again. Anytime you want to come back and update us and let us know what you got going on. Also, we got a hit list over here, man. I seen the information for that, man. We spin music, you get your royalties, man. We spin just like a radio station, man. Y'all tap in. Like I said, you never know who you could meet. You never know who you're working with. This guy right here got great videos, man. He got a video out with Jim Jones. And he working with Millie's right now, man. He working with some people, man. So I'm excited to see what's to come next.
That's what I was gonna say. Do you have any projects you want to shout out or anything coming up that people should know about?
I got something with I'll Be Out coming out. Me and his team been talking, you know what I'm saying? So I got something with him I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get that done before the summer. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely chasing down Jada right now. You know what I'm saying? Chasing him down, you know what I'm saying? I already got his artist. I got to holler at the boss right now. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, but I'm in tune with a lot of people he in tune with. It's just, timing ain't right. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have our time. I'm from the Bronx. He from Yonkers. You right next door. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, man. So we love to have you, man. We appreciate you coming, man. Like I said, you ever want to come back to update us, come back and update us, man. Big shout to Josh from YC for the
network. I do want to say something,
connection.
though. I might have something with Yellow Beezy. You know what I'm saying? Me and Yellow Beezy.
Seen that. I seen that.
Love that.
You know what I'm saying? He co-signed one of my songs, East to West, that just dropped. That's out now. The video will be dropping very soon. You know what I'm saying? But definitely Yellow Beezy is somebody I want to tap in with. Me and him been talking directly. So it's like we're gonna see what we could do. You know what I'm saying? Because he got a lot of things going on right now. So we're gonna see how we could work something out where I can get
wait.
Work with.
I'm excited. That'd be a dope fit for you, bro. And I'm just gonna put that energy out there, and I hope you get in touch with Jadakiss. I really do. That would be a great avenue for you. I've met him. I want to work with him. I linked him up. My boy, he came back to Tampa for us and did a whole free event. Where we were all just chilling, drinking, smoking, networking. Everyone side by side. So he is a very dope individual.
Yeah, he a good dude, man.
That's how I met a lot of my New York
boys. Him, Ghost, Sheik, all of them, they in the hood. They got juice bars in the hood. They got a gas station in their hood. Like, they get back to their community. They down the earth.
All that.
Chilling with the neighborhood people. You know what I mean? They very down to earth. You know what I'm saying? That's why I know it won't be a hard thing to get a feature from Jada. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of timing because he's very down to earth, man. Him, Ghost, Sheik, they all down to earth, man.
Yeah, I know we made a lot of connects with him, and I know the people that I work with in New York, in the Bronx, and in Brooklyn have great connects with him. So, if you ever need any help with that or any push, reach out. And, that's definitely an avenue that we locked in. Like I said, I linked him right up with the guy who just promotes here in Florida with me, and he ended up coming right back and doing a whole event with us. And it was on the strength of my performance. So it was just like, it was dope. So, man, I'm going to put that out there for you. I really am. Well, this was wonderful. I love it. I love it. I love it. Y'all don't hesitate. Go look up Donny Kash. Like we have discovered, he is an international, very well-rounded individual, not just artist. Not just artists, and he's very woke. So, that means he's got a message in his music. He is really someone you should tap into. I always say that. Watch what you listen to, man. Donny Kash is not one of those. Go stream him. Go purchase. Go download. Go check out his stuff. I think you'll be really impressed.
So that shit twice. Go download. Go purchase.
Download.
Go purchase. Go. I love a stream, but they taking it. They taking my money. So go download. Go purchase. Donny Kash right now, man. Super dope artist, man. I appreciate you popping out, gang.
Yeah, big love.
Yeah, check out my movie, man. I hope y'all got time to pop out to it.
Listen to me, man.
See, I got a movie coming out on the 10th and 11th.
Anything you need promoted, anything you might want us to be a part of, bro. Like Josh is a big part of our network, bro. He's been a part of our network separately for probably 3-4 years now. So, and then together, like we come together, I got 3 years with Josh. She got like 2-3 years with Josh. So we got some years with him. You know what I mean? So
I want to do some interviewing.
Anything you got coming
I could lock it in with the director. you know what I'm saying, and have y'all come bring y'all backdrop, you know what I'm saying, and do some interviews at the premiere with some of the actors
For sure.
and some of the
Yeah, that would
artists.
be
There's a
dope.
lot of hip hop artists and a lot of actors. Frederick Starr is gonna be there. Five Mics
Yes,
is
sir.
gonna be
Facts.
there. You know what I'm saying? So I could definitely tap that in and link y'all up together. I'm pretty sure he'll want all the exposure for the movie as much as possible. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you want me to
I
lock
love
That
that.
sounds
that in,
great.
I definitely will.
Definitely do, man. And we're
Yeah.
me and Sally are gonna stay in touch with you on that because that's a great opportunity, man. And we greatly appreciate that opportunity.
Yeah, it's done. Appreciate it. It's over, y'all. We going to New York. Come on, baby. Let me drop you off.
Play this before we get out of here, man. Y'all know the vibes. Y'all know how we get down. Y'all know what we getting into. Y'all make sure y'all slide in and fuck with your boy right here on today's wave, hottest and fastest growing platform in the game. We're gonna get out of here to that track, big dog. Donny Kash featuring Millies, Day and Night. Y'all know what we going on. Let's get it popping, man. I appreciate you, gang. Love.
You already know, man. Y'all take care.
Yes, sir.
Every day,
Peace.
all the time, every night, all the
Let's get it popping,
time.
man.